So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the corporate response. Now, this document has been taken down from their Twitter. They posted it on their Twitter and then they took it down. When I asked simply, and all I asked respectfully for was a copy of this, right? So I went on VSEA's Twitter and I responded. I said, can you please post a copy? They blocked me like a beta cock, right? Or a groomer or whatever it is, right? Whoever this is blocked me for simply asking for a copy of a document that they wrote or giving access to the document they wrote. Absolute fucking chode, right? Super adult child gamma behavior. Bottom of the barrel. Hello, seafarers, or ex-seafarers. I guess that's what the community was called. Very bare bones here. And I like, once again, his capitalization is all over the place. His spacing is all over the place. I think this person has to be English as a second language or mentally. I am in quite a rush. I am making this. Well, then you shouldn't put it out, you idiot. If you're making it in a rush, why are you doing it? This person doesn't understand how to do things. They're just an emotional baby who's going out there and streaming their and putting out their feelings in this document rather than thinking about PR, thinking about legal concerns. Nope, just going to type it all out. I don't have time to compile evidence either, so this will have to do. I am in no way making an excuse for my actions or denying claims made by the other tweet by contextualizing them to get the big picture. The first mistake was probably to call it a corpo. No shit. This is a violation of the law. So they have now confessed to violating the law. Congrats. VC was a passion project cooked up one day by me and Zing. They call it a project. Don't call it a corporation. Ironically, the reason we made VSEA, because we saw a bunch of terrible corpos out there treating talents horribly. And we thought, we could do it better. Bro, this writing style. Apparently not. Once again, not capitalizing apparently. This drives me mad. Our dream was to make a fun, supportive, and understanding community to combat burnout faced by indies, not to make money off it. Well, then why did you want to steal all their merch money? And why were you giving them fucking Revolut codes to steal their money? You fucking scammer and you groomer. I was 18 and Zinni was a minor. This guy's confessing that he's self-reporting. Bro, he's self-reporting that he was working with a minor. This is really insane. At the time, we had no idea why corpos didn't hire minors. We were just a group of friends having big dreams of being VTubers together. Well, then why not be a VTuber? Why'd you form an agency? But that was literally all we were building on. I was young and wildly inexperienced. How young were you? How fucking young were you? And wildly inexperienced. See, he's saying that he was sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry, guys. I missed that. He was 18. So he might as well be a child. We hit levels of growth that put us in the spotlight I wasn't trained to perform in. How successful were they? I don't know. How big were they? Did they get 500,000 subs? Like, what were they doing? The ratio was not viable as we had 13 talents to 1. You did that yourself, motherfucker. You were the one who added people to this. The workload was unsustainable, and it was a naive, cocky mistake I bit off more than I could chew. First point, overworking artists. The whole ideology of the SCA was to be a company that's against exploitation, against coercion, manipulation. I wanted the business model to be an employee-focused, so it came as a shock to me that artists were complaining. No, it didn't. They asked you for money, and you didn't pay, motherfucker. Right? The moment I found out from someone else I didn't feel compensated. No, they asked you directly to pay them, and you didn't pay. So this is talking about the missions and using missions for free. So he posts here, hey, can I ask you some important questions? Like right now, how do you all feel? How do you all feel about making art with me? Do any of you feel pressured or coerced? Well, your feelings aren't paying the fucking bills. You didn't pay them at the end of the day. And that's the issue. The fact that you ask them about their feelings doesn't mean that you cannot pay them because you care about their feelings and use fucking crying emojis like a 10-year-old. Crying emojis don't pay the fucking bills. So the point of paying late, okay, oh, here you go. To my knowledge, I thought I was on a good terms with the artist. So that got you out of paying? I will not accuse them of this, but a point that they may have changed their mind when the situation started to tank and future compensation was there. So they're literally telling you, we didn't pay them and I was dangling the carrot of future compensation to get away with not paying them. What a piece of shit. I believe they were fully enthusiastic to undertake these drawings, and what he's not saying there in the finishing the sentence is for free. He thought they were happy to do it for free. The point about paying late was due to me wanting to pay more. Fuck you. I do have ASD. No, not the funny kind, the literal socialist. Well, why are you running the company? Like, if you are incapable based on your disability to run a company, why the fuck are you running a company? I'm sorry, I hate this, and I'm sorry, Gen Z. I'm going to call you out a little bit. Not some of you Gen Zers are based. I will say that some of you are not, but Gen Z. If you are incapable of doing something, that doesn't give you an excuse to do it anyways. That means you need to not do it, right? If you say, I have, like, excuse me, I have this condition, that means you can't do the job. You're incapable. So you can either find a way to cope with that condition and do the job competently, or don't do the job. You don't have an excuse to do the job, fuck up, and say, oh, I have a disability as an excuse. No, you do not get to use your fucking illness as a tower shield for all criticism. This is so bad as to be almost unbelievable. This is Niji level, guys. This is Niji level. It's just a small corpo. This is the Nijisanji equivalent in a small corporation. I am completely unable to read between the lines. If someone says they're okay at taking a face value, bullshit. This is using it as a cope, using it as an excuse. I am fully capable of taking no for an answer, but no was either often not given to me or I missed some and I apologize for. Second, the first feedback. Throughout the project, to my knowledge, I have not met with much negative feedback. I was very late in, possibly a week ago, when I was shown this. So this is the complaint list. Unprofessional behavior, poor management, no NDAs, no contracts, minors, too casual, too young, too immature, deleted messages, applicant comparison, mention we would not have picked you if not for X, unnecessary work, stress on applicants, giving okay, then backtracking, fishing for money from credit card referrals. This is a piece of shit behavior. Promising money to talents, then telling them to use Google stock photos for backgrounds, asking talents to pirate models. We'll do it whenever we get a cease and desist. No lawyers, no parent company. Issue with Kyo being a minor and unable to receive payments from other countries. Disregards discomfort of skinwalkers and uses the term carelessly. Throwing legal name carelessly and making fun of it. Suspicious in putting himself in a father caretaker role like a fucking groomer. Admitted to Mel that he didn't know how to run an agency and hoped the talents would teach him. Doesn't know how VTuber debuts work. Stole Danny's first tweet drawing, posted without consent. Not formally introduced to any manager. Nira contacted to be Mel's manager. She is a minor with zero experience. A minor was being asked to be a fucking manager? Holy fucking shit. Staff janitor picking fights with talents, making fun of the fact I'm broke, and telling us we have more freedom with our concepts by not paying for anything. What a fucking... Saying, oh, that was the wake-up call? So you did all of this stuff, and you didn't at any point realize that any of this was wrong. So it was a wake-up call when you saw the list? You're a lying sack of shit. I've gone from like pity for a stupid guy, for someone who's dumb, to someone who is now lying, who is now fucking lying. I can't believe this. I can't believe that people, came into this. Okay, so this one's really, really small font, so I'll read it. It says, it has come to my attention that my behavior as a manager has been lacking. I neglected several responsibilities and been too casual and dismissive in how I treat my talents. I've also made several insensitive jokes that I should not be making in a corporate setting, which have come across as red flags, as well as asked everybody to switch to a different payment system to collect referral money. I have, due to some past error in judgment, censored conversations that should have been left public. As well as used art made by talents that were not okay with me using. I'm really sorry for not realizing any of this sooner, because you're just an absolute fucking lying scumbag, but okay. And I'm grateful you guys are willing to talk to me. I suffer from ASD. So once again, hiding behind your fucking condition, right? I'm sorry, I'm not even going to read that, but I'm going to skip down to this part saying, starting tomorrow, there will be a gradual reform with more guidelines and a better structure. We are a fledgling company without much resources, and everyone is learning and doing our best. Some sacrifice is expected, and I believe this is reflected in the 90% pay split. Contracts and NDAs will be shown if the talent desires it. I admit I haven't been feeling the best, but I have thought it through. My sole duty is making you four the best VTubers you can be, and I'll bet, and you can bet I'll be giving it everything. Although some talents took it rather well and actually started to give more criticism and feedback, it was already far too late, as distrust was already there and people were way past the mark of giving second chances. I took a one-day break, and by the time I came back with new ideas and reform, I was already sent graduation letters. Third point. This is something in the doc I fully agree with. So literally, they co-signed Danny's statement. So they literally co-signed everything Danny said about feeling trapped and everything being ridiculous and not having contracts, a website, and that being bullshit, saying there's nothing I can say to atone for how badly we managed Danny. The poor girl did everything perfect and caused me almost no problem. So they're just agreeing with this, saying, again, you can see my autism working. So once again, blaming his condition on the failures. Crazy. She said I would not give her the money for the card payout, but she initially denied receiving it. And I have also spent all of the money plus more on her model up front. So trying to justify paying for the model as the reason why they're stealing for the referral, we should have said that in the beginning. I am not fully aware of where the 239 AUD price quote is from, because from what I'm keeping track, I owe her about $25. And you don't just pay her the 25. You're so cheap, you won't pay her 25 fucking dollars. Regardless, I lacked clarity with her, and I will not dispute, because the communication issue could be very well have been my fault. Fourth point, the full picture. Cancer culture has a funny way of not only bringing out the bad things in context, in the light, not only acknowledging any good I did. I was pretty much the only manager interacting with the talents most of the time. A lot of people in the document even told me, yeah, we are still friends, and encouraged me to vent and take it out of context to bring me down. Okay, friendship is magic, doesn't get you out of committing crimes, right? And then so let's get to this little comment about the El Gato set. Another thing taken out of context was the address thing. I can tell you, I literally do not care where they live. I don't have time to go stalk anyone. They were using a headset mic, and I wanted to give them the cheapest Elgato wave I could find. I hate people take I intend the wrong way. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I love how you're saying, like, oh yeah, well, I don't understand social cues. Well, you clearly understand things getting taken out of context. So how bad is that TISM really, or ASD really? So he's crying about things that people do socially. So he clearly understands some sort of social interaction. So, is that condition just a shield that he's pretending to have? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Other than that, I feel overworked. I don't feel like overworked or mistreated you. You're a great boss. You care for your employees and actively go to your way to take care of them. Aw, thanks. I maintain my intentions were pure, but the execution was disgustingly immature. Miscellaneous SS from the other doc. So just copying what the other doc says. Okay. Final notes. It might seem I'm writing this with a complete lack of empathy. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I am extremely sensitive, and I have a strong moral compass and sense of justice. Oh, great justice to groom children, bro. Great justice and moral compass to hire minors. I simply have no more emotion left for this cause. I've cried it out for days on end. Sometimes I wish I was like the evil, unfeeling corpo, that I would have to handle the guilt, but I'm simply a human who made a mistake. And the biggest regret that it wasn't at my expense. Some people might ask why, and I haven't apologized or acknowledged my mistake, just said it privately. Once again, there's no hate and punishment you can give me. I haven't given myself, and I advise you against this unproductive task. No, sorry, bro. No, you are going to be publicly shamed because that is what you deserve. You may never be prosecuted because you're such a fucking small fry. You're not even worth the government coming after, although they should, and they should lock you up in jail because you're a piece of shit for what you did with minors. All right? They may never do that, though. I'm a realist. They may never do that. But we will call you out. That's what my channel is here for, to call shit out like this publicly and to shame you for doing things that are not just illegal, but immoral and unjust. You will be shamed. I don't care how much you've cried in your fucking beta cup chair. That's not enough. That is not enough at all to stop this and to keep other people from thinking they can get away with doing the illegal and immoral things that you did here. That's not okay. You need real condemnation. You need real shame. You need the shame in order to call this out. This is necessary. By the way, if someone is in Singapore, I would definitely go to the police on this. I would 100% go to the police on this in Singapore. I'm not in Singapore. I'm not a Singaporean, right? If it was in Thailand, I would, or the Philippines, I would, or Korea and Japan even, I would. Let's finish the rest of this little statement here. It says, instead, give your support to the talents. They were entirely innocent. Oh, now you care about the talents? Fuck you. It took months of work to form a community. That would mean the world for last of VSC to pick up where I left off and support the talents with whatever they want to do. It's been an honor being everyone's admin son. But once again, who calls them admin? Whatever. But that was simply a responsibility I was never ready for. Dude, clearly not. And not only that, you were there to abuse people.